Namaskar students, myself Dr. Budesh Kavar, Assistant Professor at Maheshwari Girls PG College in Computer Science Department. In last lecture, during our lecture series, we have discussed about Database Management System, DBMS, and the basics of database, what are the characteristics of DBMS and all. Now today we will discuss about database architecture. When we are creating a database, when we are using a database, that is collection or a pool of data, then we need some architecture or structure to store the data. Otherwise, the things will not be done in a managed way. So what is database architecture basically? It is representation of the DBMS design. How your DBMS will be designed, that will be discussed in this lecture. So the architecture, basically what the meaning of word architecture is, it is a design, right? Architecture of a house, architecture of any material like table, chair. We can create architecture of any of the elements. Similarly, if we are creating a database, if we are making a database, that is collection of data in some form, then we must have some architecture to work upon it. Right? So architecture is what? It is nothing but it's a representation of DBMS designs which will explain or which will brief about the components of a database. What are the basic components available in the database that will be represented through a design called as database architecture. Students, there are basically three kind of architecture available for the database, that is one-tier architecture, two-tier architecture and three-tier architecture. There are different levels which we will be explaining you with the diagram also. One tier will have only a single set where everything will be stored. Two tier will have two layers. Three tier will have three layers. So let me explain you these three things or these three architecture with the help of diagram. Types of database architecture. As I have told you, there are basically three types of architecture available. One tier, two tier and three tier architecture. We will discuss one by one all the three architectures. The first one is one tier architecture. It is the simplest form of architecture for the DBMS where the client and server and database, all three things are required for working on a database or for working on any of the software or on any of the website, right? So there are three components required. The server, who is managing all the things, it is storing everything and managing everything. Then the client, who is getting benefit from the server or services and resources from the server, and the database where the data is stored. So all the three things, all the three components will be stored in a single system or a single entity in case of one tier architecture, where it is the simplest form where everything is available at a single position: the server, the client and the database, the service provider, the server service user and the storage or the collection of data on which both of these will be working. The simplest example of this kind of architecture can be installing any of the database on your computer, on your personal computer, for practicing SQL or for learning SQL, that is structured query language, is the basic example which we can use, like MS Excel, MS Access. We can use various kind of DBMSs, right? Oracle, SQL, any kind of databases management system we can use, and we can store it or install it on our system, and which is the example of this one tier architecture, right? So the basic form is one tier architecture. Then we'll move to the two tier architecture, where the architecture has been divided among two layers. that is the presentation layer and the server layer. Presentation layer is the which layer? It is the layer of the client from where it is accessing the database. It is the layer or the part or the interface from where the user is accessing the information or using the information is called as presentation layer. The first part, which is called as client. Yes, we have used two words, the client and the server. So the client part or the presentation part or the front end part of the DBMS or the database is called as presentation layer. So in two-tier architecture concept, we divide the database architecture into two layers. The first layer is presentation layer, which is the client. Here we have three clients, client 1, client 2 and client 3. We can have n number of clients. We can have one or more than one clients. So I am here using client 1, 2 and 3 clients connected to the server database from where the data is stored in different formats, and the client will extract the database. Extract the data from the database. For example, the university database, from where the colleges extracts the data. College 1, College 2, College 3, they are extracting data from the university database. So this kind of architecture, where the architecture has been divided into two layers, is called as two-tier architecture. The advantage of this architecture is that the database is separately stored. It is separately stored on the server, so it is having added security with it. Since it is not directly available or visible to the end users. End users can access as and when needed. Whatever the information they need, they can use it. But all the information is not accessible to them. But in case of one-tier architecture, all the database is at your PC, so you can access any of the information. So it is not that much secure compared to this two-tier architecture, where the server is at separate place, database is at separate place, so it is secure. Then there is direct and faster communication. This point is again the advantage. How? See, the client 1 can access whatever the information client 1 needs. Client 2 can extract and access the information whatever the client 2 needs. It is not like that client 1 is getting all the information, then it has to search all the information. No, it is directly getting communication with the database, and it gets direct information from the database. There is no intermediary, there is no time-consuming process as in one-tier architecture, right? So these are basic two advantages. It adds security, or it gives added security to the system, to the database management system. Also, it has a direct and faster communication, as each client is directly connected to the server. So it can directly connect or access the information as and being needed, right? Then we will move to the three-tier architecture. Here you see we have divided it into two layers, or you can say the two parts. But in three-tier architecture, this is the most popular architecture which is used everywhere when we are using DBMS, right? It is the most popular. Why it is popular? Because here in this case, the layers has been divided into three parts. The presentation layer, which is the users layer, which is the interface layer, which is accessible to the clients only. The application layer, which is the intermediary between the presentation layer and the database. Database is the server where the data is stored. Presentation is the layer from where the clients access the data. So, to access the data, client will use this intermediary layer, which is called as application layer, right? So, application layer is the intermediary layer, or you can say like it acts as a link between the presentation layer, that is the user, and the database server where the data is stored. So it makes the thing more, you can say, easier, faster, secure, and more attractive also. Reason being, if presentation layer client wants something, it will gives a request to the application layer. Then application layer accesses the information from the database server. It provides the information, required information to the presentation layer. If it is not finding any information, it will acknowledge for that also that it is not finding. If it is getting some information, then also it will acknowledge. So there is more sort of communication, like you can say the communication is increasing. Communication is more comfortable with the use of this intermediary. It happens in general also. If we are using two persons having different languages, then what we need? We need a third person in between who will be an intermediator, who will be letting them communicate, let them know about each other. So this kind of thing is here also. This application layer is the interface, or it is an intermediary among the presentation layer and the database server, right? So the basic advantages or goals of using a three-tier architecture is that it separates the application and database layers. It makes these two layers completely separate. So the database is intact now. Nobody is directly allowed to access the database. So it is intact in nature. So it separates the database application and the database store. Then the program data independence is also provided here. How? Program means here the application and database means your storage area. So applications, like various applications are there to work upon the database, to access the data, to retrieve the data, to update the data, to edit the data. We need various applications. So these applications are at separate place, and this database from where these applications will be accessing the data are again at separate place. So they are independent in nature. They are not at all like if one is having some problem or if one is having something to work upon, the other one will not be affected. Interdependence. So independence is there, right? Then it provides multiple views of the data. Yes, this is again a very good advantage of three-tier architecture. Since we are having different applications at application layer, so we can have different views of the data from the database. As the application requests, the particular view will be there. Presentation layer, the client will ask for some information in some, for example, it is asking for the monthly report of the employees. So what the application layer will do? It will request for that monthly report in some query format to the database server, and it will get the information in some format which is completely different from other formats where the monthly report of the employees will be displayed, right? If we take the example of students, similarly, if the presentation layer client wants the result or the report card of the student, then application layer will ask for that particular format of report card or the result from the server, and it will get that. So different views of the data is available or is possible with the use of three-tier architecture. So this is the most popular kind of architecture. One-tier architecture is the basic one. Two-tier architecture is again improved form of one-tier architecture where the security is more and it is giving you the faster and direct communication among the database and the applications. So here the layer has been divided into two parts. In third or the three-tier architecture, we have three layers. Everything is independent and they are more, you can say, efficient. This concept is more efficient as it is providing you the faster, independent working scenario. Thank you for this. In next lecture, we'll be moving for the more concepts of DBMS. Structure query language we'll be doing. We'll be doing different kind of languages used in DBMS. So thank you. Have a good day. Do share, like YouTube channel of Maheshwari Girls PG College. Thank you. Good day.